TGIF, it's Friday, September 20th. I'm Alex Mahadavan, here to report the daily headlines. Residents rage about a troubled sewage station project. Members of the Lift Station 87 project team fielded questions about everything from their sewage construction experience to unpleasant dog walking experiences Thursday night as the new engineering firm held its first community meeting. Sarasota political leaders discussed a solution to the brain drain. A panel at the Tiger Bay Club meeting yesterday talked about how to stem Sarasota's loss of young professionals by making the area a more attractive venue for young startups and entrepreneurs. The final piece of the old Avenue of the Flowers plaza will be torn down during the first week of October. It's a long time coming for the Longboat Key Town Commission, who originally wanted the building torn down after Easter. Sarasota Bay Watch made a splash with its first scallop release of 2013. The group released 6.7 million scallop larvae into Sarasota Bay last week. It's the first batch of the 50 million larvae slated for release this year. And from the Business Observer, how much is a community bank worth these days? It's a far cry from the go-go days before the recession, but a Fort Lauderdale bank has offered to buy Florida Shore's bank for 1.4 times its book value. Read more about this deal and more by visiting businessobserverfl.com. Local arts organizations have come together with a plan to engage a younger audience. By offering 2 tickets to each of 7 shows throughout the season for only $99, the Sarasota Culture Collective hopes to foster interest in the arts in people ages 21 to 40. Now here's a look at the Culture Collective.
Okay, so I thought of this opportunity or this experience that I had, and it's true, it happened to me in that I worked for the orchestra for a really short time, but the position allowed me to be able to go backstage and experience rehearsals. Well, I had never done that before, and I'd never been to the orchestra before. And so I don't remember exactly what show it was, but it was Beethoven 9. And to me, it's like, I don't know what that is. But everyone knows Beethoven 9. If you have any experience with Looney Tunes, you know, dun, 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 right? Everyone knows that. Well, we get into the rehearsal hall, and the musicians, they all start up, and that moment where they're all together and you feel it, literally, my breath was taken away, and I went, wow, I'm getting to experience this. And I thought, why haven't I done this before?
Thursday was a busy day for Observer photographers who made sure to capture all the action at local events. Local movers and shakers hobnobbed at Michael's on East for the Tiger Bay Club meeting. Sarasota County Openly Plans for Excellence, or SCOPE, held its annual celebration. The Longboat Key Chamber of Commerce held a networking luncheon, and Community Youth Development honored community leaders. And now, let's check in with our sports editor, Jen Blanco, for this week's football preview.
Hi, I'm Jen Blanco, and welcome to this week's edition of Gridiron Glory. After 3 weeks of non-district action, 3 area teams will officially kick off their district seasons tonight. East County rivals Braden River and Lakewood Ranch find themselves in the same district for the first time, giving tonight's rivalry game a whole new meaning. Braden River won the first 3 meetings between the 2 schools, while Lakewood has won the last 3. The host Pirates are off to an impressive 2-0 start after a 31-14 victory over Southeast last week. It was the first time Braden River had beaten the Seminoles in school history. After opening the season with a decisive win of its own over Southeast, Lakewood has dropped its last 2 games by a 66-20 margin. Turnovers could prove to be the difference in tonight's contest. The Pirates' defense has forced 11 turnovers in 2 games, while Lakewood quarterback Chad Rex threw 3 interceptions last week. Booker will host DeSoto County in tonight's other district game. The Tornadoes picked up their first win of the season last week with a decisive 55-0 victory over ODA. Look for running back Marlon Mack, who scored a pair of first-half touchdowns last week, to get the bulk of the carries for the Tornadoes. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at Jen_Observer and on Facebook at Jen Blanco Observer for live updates on all of tonight's action.
The Good News segment is brought to you by GulfCoastGood.org, an initiative of Gulf Coast Community Foundation.
In this week's Good News series, we meet Dave Strickland, chairman of the Manatee County American Cancer Society. Strickland is putting his skin in the game, literally, by volunteering for a 30-year cancer study. Strickland is one of 300,000 subjects who are participating in the Cancer Prevention Study S3. Here's a peek at the video on Strickland.
I'm Dave Strickland. I'm the board chair for the Manatee County American Cancer Society, which is a volunteer position. This is my first year as board chair. I have been on the board for 2 years now. We're in the American Cancer Society office on the University Parkway in Sarasota. I'm sitting in front of a wall of wigs, which is in our resource room, which is provided free of charge. The service is called Look Good, Feel Better. When women go through cancer treatment, they tend to lose their hair, their skin gets compromised. So we have this service that's provided free that they can come in, they can choose a wig, a hat. We have licensed cosmetologists that will teach them how to put on makeup so that it enhances their skin based on how it's being infected by their cancer treatment. So it truly does make them look good, and as a result they feel better. This room gets a lot of use, and it's one of the things that gets funded locally by all the funds that we raise here at the American Cancer Society.
For more information and an in-depth look at these stories and more, go online to yourobserver.com daily, like us on Facebook, and follow The Observer on Twitter. And pick up a copy of the Longboat and East County Observer Wednesday and the Sarasota Observer and Pelican Press Thursday. And for more videos and fresh local content, go to the Observer YouTube page and press subscribe. You, your neighbors, your neighborhood.